This
domain,
conference
then
will
you
now be recorded.
financial domain, then we can need to learn, like we need a knowledge on FICO, then BPC, BW, all this, because BPC backend is a BW. So that is why if I know your educational background, I understand that where we can start, how much, which area we need to focus more into. See now, like Charanjeev is completely educational background is a CW, so he for him no need to focus much into finance, because now you are from BTech MBA. So again the same case. If you are only BTech, then we need to focus more into finance subject also in that way.
Yeah, finance is important for us.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'll share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yeah, we're able to see.
Okay, I'll give me a little bit background about me. So my name is Srinivas Lankarapalli, and I have total 12 years of experience on BPC. I worked on multiple flavors, okay, and multiple companies. And my educational background is MCOM MBA, CA Inter. So there is my, and I have certified in BPC multiple versions also, and BPC, BW, and FICO. So this is my background. I worked in different locations, like onshore, offshore, across the my journey. So okay, so I'll give you today. I'm giving you demo on generally what BPC, where it is started, what is the exact background on this. If you have any questions, or if I going to little bit fast or anything, you can raise any point of time. Okay, you can ask any. Don't feel hesitate. You can ask me any questions. Okay, so BPC means business planning and consolidation. Okay, so what is this? Like business planning and consolidation. So business planning and consolidation means in every organization, first we need to do planning. What is the planning, and why we need to do planning? Okay, for example, if you want to run a new business or existing business without facing any financial issues, without any financial uh, issues, or when any failures, you need to run business smoothly. Then we need to do planning. If whether it is a organization level, whether it is a personal level, we need to do plan. Because for example, if you want to today, like tomorrow, you want to go to movie. Okay, so if you want to go to movie also, we have to plan, because we today we need to book the movie ticket tomorrow 10 o'clock. Okay, then we need to do what is the expenditure. So movie ticket is a 250 rupees. Then we need to pay for a petrol, or if you want to go over a cab, we need to book the cab. Okay, so what is the expenditure? What is the snacks for that? So we need to plan for 500 rupees. So even if you are taking for individual also, we are planning for just a 500 rupees. If the same case when you are into the organization level, so organization means it could be crores or millions, billions turnover. So if you want to run business smoothly, we need to do planning. So that is why we need to do planning, budgeting, forecasting, all these things we need to do for every organization. Without planning, we cannot run the organization. So these are the thing. And the consolidation. So what is the consolidation? Like for example, we have a multiple company. If you are doing a business more than one country, okay, for example, if you are doing a business in India, so then you need not to do consolidation, because you are doing only one currency. So you if you take a Spencer, we are doing business across the India, and across the India we have 1,000 outlets. But once it is completed the financial year, we need to consolidated the balance sheet, uh, profit and loss account, balance sheet, and cash flow, all these things. And we need to, because we need to submit the income statement by all these financial report to the income statement department. Okay, Okay, so this is my P&L balance sheet consolidation, as well as we need to file to the register of company affairs. So that is why we need to generate the financial reporting and all. That is a one thing of one objective of the consolidation. And second thing, suppose if you are doing a business more than one country, suppose you are doing business in India, Singapore, Malaysia, USA. So if that is the case, we are doing a business more than a one currency. If it is in the US, we need to follow the US currency, US dollar, Singapore dollar, Malaysia, and Germany, and all these things. So then what is happening, we need to generate the all financial reports in local currency as well as a common currency. Then we need to generate a consolidated balance sheet, income statement, cash flow, all these things. And we need to file these in financial reports in individually, where the you are doing a business in a local entity, as well as where the corporate is located. Corporate is, suppose corporate company is a US, so then we need to submit there also. So in this way we need to do the consolidation. That is the second objective. Then what is the third objective of the consolidation? Suppose parent company. So there is a parent company. If you take, for example, Tata Group. Tata Group is a group of companies. Under Tata, we have a total 110 companies are there. So we have a Tata Steel, okay, Tata Power, TCS, Tata Motors. Like this, we have a total 110 companies. Okay, so we are doing a business. Tata is doing a business in India as well as other than India. So we are doing multiple currencies. So once financial year completed, we need to generate the consolidated statement, financial reporting, and all these things. That is the one objective. And second thing is, for example, under Tata company, total Tata company is 100%. Okay, under Tata Steel, we are holding only 20% of the parent company. Here it is a 30% of the company. Here 50% of the equity, and here it is a 40% of the company. Okay, so in this way we have a total each parent company versus child company. Okay, in this way we need to there is a equity holders will be there. So in here also, under each equity also, we need to calculate the what are the equity holding, like assets, liabilities, all these we need to calculate. So then once we calculate only, we need to generate the balance sheet. So this is the main objective of the consolidation. And apart from this, in consolidation we have to do currency conversion, and minority interest, and ownership calculation. Consolidation setup and intercompany eliminations. Okay, and reclassification. Okay, so these are the main objectives when you set up a consolidation. And to generate the financial statements, we need to run all these kind of main objectives or configuration in consolidation setup. Okay, so this is the main objective of the planning, consolidation. Again, in consolidation we are divided into or classified into two types. One is managerial consolidation. Second thing is a legal consolidation. Okay, so what is managerial consolidation and what is a legal consolidation? So managerial consolidation means, just as uh, I told you just before. Okay, so managerial consolidation means only we need to generate the consolidation statements in local currency as well as common currency, and we need to submit the income statement report. These we can consider as a managerial consolidation. Legal consolidation means we need to calculate the minority interest, intercompany elimination, all these things. And for example, if one company, there is a again like a few years ago, we have seen very merging and acquisition, acquire. Okay, so when there is a merging or acquisition, acquire, all these kind of transition is happened between two companies. For example, we have seen like few years ago, Microsoft acquired a Nokia. Okay, so this is the very biggest acquisition in the market. So when it is happening this kind of acquisition or merging, we need to calculate the still Nokia sold 80% of the equity to the Microsoft and still keeping 20% of the equity. So it means what we need to do, we need to generate, so those two companies have to generate the all financial reporting and you have to submit the financial reporting. Is even though still Nokia is sold 80% of the equity to Microsoft, still it is keeping 20%, even though it is need to generate the all the income statement, balance sheet with all the assets and liabilities to share minority interest and everything. Need to calculate the balance sheet, where all the schedules and everything we need to submit to the income statement department. So when it is happening this kind of merging, acquisition, acquires in a billions, okay, so then we need to consider these kind of calculations, we need to calculate as a legal consolidation. So in this way we need to generate the legal consolidation. So in this way we need to, these are the main objective of the managerial consolidation. So whenever we SAP implementation is happening, the client or business requirement, we need, they will have to tell, so what kind of consolidation they do, managerial consolidation or legal consolidation. So in depends on that, we will do the configuration setup and everything. During the requirement gathering and everything, we will do these kind of things. Okay, and any questions whether I'm going for
No, you can.
any,
I think I don't have any. I'm fine.
okay. Yeah, next, planning, budgeting, forecasting. So generally we have a planning, budgeting, forecasting. This is also we have to do any all the companies, whether it could be 100 rupees turnover or 100 crores turnover, we have to do the planning process. Okay, so why we means, just before I said that, without uh, financial issues, if we want to run business smoothly, we need to do the planning. Okay, so what is the planning and what is the difference between planning versus budgeting and forecasting, how we will do. So, for example, if you take a small company, okay, I'm starting a new company, like a small supermarket, okay. So, what is the major expenditure or mandatory expenditure for any company, okay? So, major objective is salaries, wages, electricity, administration expense, canteen. So, these kind of expenditure is a common for any company. Without these expenditure, we cannot run the business. Okay, so then how, and very important thing is rent. So for example, if I started a business today, whether I have a money or not, I need to take all these things, I need to take a, if I started my own business at my own building, or whether it is a rented building, then once month is completed, we need to pay all these things. Because for I started a supermarket, I have hired for example 10 employees. Okay, I need to pay the salary whether you are getting a revenue or not. Okay, and the same thing, wages, electricity bill, administration, canteen, Xerox, common commission, traveling, and convenience, rent. All these things we need to generate. We need to pay every monthly. Once month is completed, because I started a business today. This is April month, but once you started a business, nobody knows, because once it is a popular, it will take a time like 5 months or 6 months, sometimes 1 year. Okay, until that you cannot expect any revenue, and you need to do some advertising, marketing, we need to do all kind of things. Then once completed 6 months, you will get a revenue. Okay, so whether you are getting a revenue or not, you need to pay all these salaries as a mandatory. Okay, so these kind of things we can call it, we can consider, or we can call it as a operating expenditure, we can call it as a opex also. So to run any business, we need to first, we need to plan for a opex, forget about revenue. Okay, so that is why we need to do plan for opex expenditure for a 1 year. Whether it is a new business, suppose if it is a existing business, you are running car manufacturing company or Coca-Cola or any big companies, they will do, depends on the company nature of business, they will do 1 year planning, 3 years planning, 5 years planning, 7 years planning, they will do. So this we could do, different type of plannings are there, then we will do the, depends on the nature of business only we will do the planning. So okay, so this is the, we can call it as a planning. So then what is the difference between planning versus budgeting? So okay, for example, in planning, this is the first month, so we can call it as a zero based planning or zero based budgeting also, because if you want to do planning, budgeting or forecasting, first we need a history. History means what is happening. You started business in 2021 April, but you need some base data, history data. It means already, if you are doing business last 5 years, first history data means we have to consider it as a previous year actuals. Okay, so it means first we want to do planning for 2021, then we need to history data is a 2020 act, because 2020 is already completed, so we know the all these expenditure. Okay, then we can consider it as a 2020 actuals, that is called, we can call it a history data. But as we started business today, then we need to plan for a 2021-22, then we can call it as a zero based budgeting. Okay, so how we will plan? For example, salaries per month 1000. Okay, wages 200, electricity 300, admin 400, drugs. So in this way, we will plan for 12 months. Okay, so in this way, we will plan. Okay, once we have, this is, we will plan. Okay, once this is the, as this is the zero based planning. Okay, then we have to do first like this planning. Once month is completed, we know the exact values, then we will change the values. Okay, so that is a secondary item. When it comes to the topic, then we'll discuss into very deeply. Okay, so this is the planning, and we for all these things, if the same thing, this is a budget. Okay, so when it comes to budget, what is happening? Suppose when you do a planning, for example, wages or electricity. See, for example, you planned for next month. Okay, for January 300 electricity, but that is not in our hand. Okay, sometimes it could be 250, sometimes it could be 350 or 500 also. Then we need to pay. We don't have any other option. Okay, so there is a flexibility in planning. When it comes to budget, we need to plan, we have to budget, there is no flexibility. You need to plan that much accuracy, and if it is a 301 also, they won't allow. Budget, once completed the budget, once it is a finalized, we got approved from the CEO or CFO, there is no flexibility, it is a freezed. If it is a 301 also, no exception, we need to pay in, we need to take approval or from, that is why they will put on like 10% 20% of the flexibility of the, before we approve the budget only, we need to do that much. There is no flexibility. Okay, budget means it is a freezed. Planning means there is a flexibility, plus or minus. Suppose you planned for a movie. Okay, so you planned for 200, but once you go there, there is no ticket. You purchased a ticket in a black ticket. Okay, then it is like 250. Even the same thing is a cab. So you planned for a 200, for example, but in the peak time, so it could be 230. Then there is a flexibility in a planning, but in budget there is nothing like that. So once it is approved from the CEO or top management, then it is a freeze. So that is the main difference between planning versus budget. But generally, any if you take any company, they will do planning or budgeting only, because once you've done the 2 to 3 cycles of the planning cycles or budgeting cycles, they know the exact values. So like comparatively last year, they will increase 5 to 10% of the increase on the total all the expenditure OPEX operating expenditure they will do, and they will got approval from them. They will freeze that values. Okay, so generally the cycle will be like there like this. And forecast. Okay, so planning, budgeting, all these will be there in a general business. And what about the forecast? So forecast also, when it comes to any different type of nature of business, like sale, we have a manufacturing company, we have a service based company, we have a trading company, so many are there. So it depends on the nature of business, they will do the forecasting, rolling forecast, so many different type of methods are there. Generally forecast means what they will do, and what they will do. So in forecast, okay, okay. So if you take a car manufacturing company, okay, so then what they will do? We have a production planning, material planning, say bill of sales planning, cost center planning, profit center planning. So many plannings will be there. So when they're doing this planning, even though we need to do for operating expenditure planning also. So they will do this planning like this. Okay, so my total expenditure would be like this. But once completed a month, okay, it is a Jan. So I planned everything like this for a total 12 months. Once month is completed, then what is happening? My admin expenditure is 550. So my expenditure is happening like this. So then what will happen immediately? Already I 1 month is completed. I know the exact values. So then I will plan according to for the list of the all the 11 months. Okay. So then what we can call this? It is a closed period. All these, this we can call it as a projected periods. So then we need to plan, we need to project for total 11 months. Okay, in this way. So again, once uh, February is completed, then again I know the exact values. Here what is happening? 400. Here 450. Here 550. Oh, here 330. Here again month is completed. This we can call it as a, okay. So in this way they will do the planning. Again, this we can call it as a closed period. This is the closure period. Rest of the all the 12 months. So we need to do the forecast, because when if you take a manufacturing companies like car manufacturing company or Coca-Cola or big any companies like this, what is happening? Weather depends on the supply, demand, all these things, the market conditions, everything we need to consider. Suppose every month we are selling 1,000 cars, but last month we are planning to, or we generally, as per last year survey, we are manufacturing every month 1,000 cars. But what is happening? Last month we sold only 500 cars. We manufactured 1,000 cars, but last month we got only 500 cars on. Then what is happening? Etc. 500 cars we need to pay the go down rents and everything. It should be overheads. So definitely the 100% you will get a loss for the company. So then to overcome those things we need to do planning. And next month again, for last month we got 500 cars only, depends on the January. Then we have planned for 1000 months only, but this month we got demand 1500 cars, and you lost the business. Okay, so to overcome all these things, always we should do the forecasting. Okay. So in this way we will do the forecasting. So in this, we in forecasting also we have a multiple methods, rolling forecast and general forecast, everything is there. So we will discuss in budgeting also. We have a top down planning, bottom up planning, everything is there. And strategic planning, tactical planning, operational planning, so many different type of plannings also there. So when it comes to the topic, then we will discuss more details. Any questions? Hello, you there? Hello.
Yes, no
Yes, Srini.
questions. I think.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Okay. Um, I hope you understand this, a high level of why planning, budgeting, forecasting, consolidation, right? Okay. So again, in planning, budgeting, forecasting, the main agenda, main objective of the any organization, why we will do. So if you take any organization, we have a three type of managements will be there. One is a top level management. Second one, middle level management. Then low level management. Okay. So what they will do? Top level management, CEO, CFO, COO. These person will be there. These people only they will take the decision making. Middle level management, who will be there? Like senior managers, director, finance, controllers, depends on the organization, they will be there. And low level management, store managers, these people will be there. So only top level management people only they will take the decision making. Middle level management, low level people, they will consolidate the data and they will forward to the next level people, middle level. So middle level people, they will review the data, they don't have a complete rights to take the decision making. If there is any changes, they will do the modification for a planning or budgeting, anything they will do that, and they will forward to the top level people. So finally top level people, they will review the data, then they will approve the data. So then we will uh, lock or freeze that data for planning, budgeting cycle. Okay, this in this any, if you take any company, this is the hierarchy for company. So then why it, how this application will help, and why they need to do only for BPC or SAP only. Okay, in the market we have so many competitors are there. Before, if we are going back 10 15 years ago, in the market we have a very big competitors are there in the SAP. Okay, in SAP it is there Microsoft and Oracle and IBM. So these are the top players for EPM space, like planning, budgeting, consolidation. These are the top players. At that time, in before 2007, we have, at the time SAP has a two application. One is a IP, integrated planning, and another one is a BPS, business process simulation. They have their own product. Microsoft, they have their own product called Outlook Soft. Oracle has a Hyperion, and IBM has Cognos. So these are the market top players, and they have their own products for planning and budgeting. But every product has some pros and cons. Okay, they say, for example, SAP integrated planning has it is a providing only solutions for only planning, not for consolidation. Again, for consolidation, they need to take another application. Again, Microsoft Outlook. So Outlook has only solutions for planning only. Hyperion also only planning. In Cognos, planning and consolidation, but consolidation is not successful. Okay, so at that time, what is happening in Germany, SAP conducted one workshop, and they announced that who is providing for a good solutions for both one application like planning and consolidation. They want to acquire that company and they want to develop that company into more focus on that. So they conduct a workshop and they have given their own tasks and some time for that. So they have developed that application, and they again reviewed those applications and all, but it is not successful. But apart from all these things, from performance point of view and accuracy of the data, everything, only Outlooksoft only conducted a good planning, delivered planning for budgeting, both consolidation for everything. Outlooksoft only delivered that solution. At that time, what is happening? SAP acquired that Outlooksoft application. So that is the history of the into. It is happening in 2006. Okay, SAP acquired Outlooksoft, and at the time, in 2007, at the time first version 5.0, and it is a Microsoft version. So Microsoft, it is a Microsoft, as it is a Microsoft application, front end and back end both are Microsoft technology. Front end is a .NET, back end is a SQL server. So already at the time of acquiring SAP to Outlooksoft, we have a 5,000 existing customers. So then what is happening in BPC again 2008 onwards, released 7.0. As it is an existing customer, we need to give a support to the Microsoft clients. Okay, at the time SAP started their own technology on platform. Every time they are releasing a two versions, Microsoft version as well as a NetWeaver version. So in this way, they started releasing their own NetWeaver technology, BPC. Then BPC 2009 7.5. This is also same. Again BPC. Here it is a 10.0 version as well as a NetWeaver version. Then BPC 2014 onwards, only NetWeaver version. Because okay, so why we need to know all the history? Earlier we have only in BPC we have only one flavor, that is only classic version. But now today in the market we have total 8 or 9 flavors are there in BPC. Okay, so whenever you go into any project or any company, they have so many versions or flavors are there. So if the basic functionality or basic application is a standard or classic only. Okay, so those are, you need to know the how many flavors are there, what is the version, when it is delivered, all these things. So this is the cycle for the BPC journey. So in 2007, version is a 5.0 and Microsoft version. And 2008 again they released, SAP started releasing their NetWeaver version also. So from 2008 onwards, BPC every time they are releasing a two version, NetWeaver version, Microsoft version. Microsoft version, it is for only existing customer, for 5,000 customer. And 2009 onwards 7.5, again Microsoft version, NetWeaver version. And 2011 Microsoft version, NetWeaver version. And officially announced that in 2011 of my SAP announced that 2014 onwards, there is no Microsoft version because they want to promote their business. They don't want to promote the Microsoft business, right? So in this way, they stopped a Microsoft version. Whatever the market has available Microsoft version, it is an old version because we need to give the support for existing client. And 2014 they have launched this classic and embedded version. Okay, so this is the thing. And classic means classic or embedded standard, both are same. They have enhanced some features only in 2014 onward, and they started embedded version. So what is BPC embedded? Embedded means combination of BPC standard, IP means integrated planning, and HANA. So these three combination BPC embedded product will come. So in embedded integrated planning means we have a planning function, planning sequence, planning filters, BEX query, HANA query, and it will run on BPC embedded will work on only HANA. And the BPC classic into classic, it will work on any database. Any database embedded HANA is optional, is mandatory. So in 2014, embedded started like this, and we got excellent successful for embedded also. Earlier 2014 embedded also only for a planning. After some releases, they given the patches for consolidation. Now embedded is available for both planning and consolidation, both also. After 2014, what is happening again? BPC optimized again, and BPC RTC real time consolidation, and BPC ABF, and BPC group reporting, then BPC SAC came. Okay. So this is so these many versions are there in the BPC versions. Okay. So like as SAP is developing their own product, and earlier SAP is working, or SAP is depends on the Oracle database. Now SAP has coming their own database called SAP HANA. So if whatever the developing or releasing the product, everything will be working on only backend is a completely on SAP HANA based, and it is a mandatory. Okay, so this is the very important should know the point. And BPC backend is always a BW. Okay, so BPC will never communicate to the any other application. BPC will communicate to the only BW, vice versa. Okay, this is the like how the BPC will work. In the next session, we will continue what kind of what is the entire architecture, how the data flowing from BPC, BW to HANA and ERP. Because if you want to do the planning budgeting, we need actuals. If you want to pull the actual, we need always it will be there in the ERP. So in ERP module, we have around 48 modules will be there. But whatever we need the data, it will be there in FSCO. We need to pull the data from FSCO to ERP, ERP to BW to BPC. This is the cycle. So when we are discussing about the architecture and all, we will discuss. Yeah, that's all I had from my side. Let me know like any questions or anything. I want to conclude on this today session.
Hi, Srinivas. I have a question.
Yes, yeah. Chiranjeevi, right?
Actually, Chiranjeevi. Before 2008, was there any product with Oracle? Because Oracle acquired Hyperion. It is a completely outside product. It is not a homegrown product. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So even
And the next question.
Yeah, go on.
Yes, please. No, please continue.
No, you go on. No problem.
No, that was my first question. Because it is a completely outside product designed and developed by finance person, Mr. Tom Shea. He was the one. Now he's creating one stream. I
Okay.
think he's proposing it's going to be a big one. Blah blah. All these things.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so yeah, to be honest, I don't know much who has invented, who has founded, and all these things. Okay, because since 2007 onwards, or like 2007 or 2008 onwards, I am working on only SAP, and we need to know the background about SAP products only. But generally, we will to see some in like in whenever we are getting a new releases and a company giving the training or not, so they will tell that okay, Oracle has a Hyperion product, IBM has a Cognos product, this kind of information only. But we are always focusing on our own product, like SAP only. And before SAP, also I have worked around 6 years in one product-based company. That is also we have their own product called a company name called as a Host Analytics. Product name is EPM, Enterprise Performance Management. Okay, so it is also providing the same plan. It's all providing a solutions of planning, budgeting, consolidation. So at that time, when we are developing our own product, we will review the other products which is available in the market, what kind of features they are giving, what kind of functionality they are giving. At the time, we reviewed the other application, but I don't know what IBM Cognos functionality or features and all these things. So, and these applications also, they have a lot of limitations are that it will not support for a huge data. And if you suppose whether to capture the daily transaction, day-to-day transaction, we are using a suppose PeopleSoft. For planning and budgeting, we are using a BPC. Then the integration will
Oh,
have a lot of issues. So that is why all the big companies, what they will do for day-to-day transactions, they are using ERP, SAP ERP. For planning and budgeting, they are using BPC. For BPC backend, BW. So, and SAP CRM, SRM, all SAP products, all big companies, they are using all the, because SAP only supporting a very tight integration with the ERP, and it is supporting for a huge data, and you can utilize n number of report. And for example, if you but once completed, once you are utilizing this report like these products also, if you want to, why we are generating all these kind of planning, budgeting, all these things, we need to give consolidated reports to the top management. Again, to top management, what you will do, they don't have to see the time for all the, for example, you are doing Coca-Cola business, so you are doing a business across the or global. So you need to generate, for example, you are doing a business in 200 countries. Okay, so if that is the case, you need to generate a 200 income statements, a 200 balance sheet, 200 cash flow. Really, do they have that time to review the all the income statements and all? No, we need to give only
definitely
one,
no.
only one profit and loss, and only one balance sheet, one cash flow. Okay, even though they don't have that much time to see the one P&L balance sheet also, what they will do, they will see only graphical design, like um, dashboards. Okay, dashboards
Yes.
or graphical representation and all. At that time, what they will do, again for that also, what is happening, SAP given excellent analytical report, that is called Lumira. Okay, Lumira and a design studio, these are the analytical
Yes.
reports. So we are, if you are using all these report, we are pulling and pushing the data into this again Lumira and design studio. So then they will get exactly 100% of the accuracy the information, and they can see the depends on, okay, for example, my turnover monthly, it exceeds 100 billions, it should show yellow color. If 150 billions, it should show some green color. So these top management people, they don't have that much time to see the individual values also. So it depends on the this kind of graphical representation, they will take their decision making. So that is why all the companies, big companies, they will using this kind of SAP products only. And if you're using the same kind of product, they have a lot of flexibility will be there for data integration, because all these products are giving by same company. So in the, if you are thinking about the backend tables, coding, everything, it will be, there is a, they will give the provision. Okay, so in that way they will do the application also.
Yeah, very nice explanation. And coming to the next question,
Yes,
I heard, is there any chance or is there any kind of thing in future SAP BPC is going to be replaced with SAC?
100%. That is the objective of the SAP. They see for first
Okay.
what they want to do. SAP. See, that is why I have given the background. Earlier we have only standard, now classic, embedded, optimized, RTC, IBPF, group reporting, SSA. So now latest version from SAP is SAC, but it will take much time because it is a bit expensive. And is SAC also what is happening? They want to optimize the like for example, if you do the classic or embedded one SAP implementation, it will take minimum 1 year. Okay, for example, only for planning, not for consolidation. If you want to implement the BPC classic or embedded for 1 year, you need, it will take a 1 year, and at least we need minimum uh, 10 to 12 consultants we need, depends on the project size. Okay,
Okay.
if it is a SCAC,
Okay. Next
what they will
question.
do? Yeah, I'm coming to that point. So if it is a SCAC, we need minimum 6 months, and we need only 4 to 5 consultants is enough. They want to reducing the optimizing the time and expenditure from source wise also. Okay, but it, I don't know whether, we don't know how it will be successful, whether it is using SAC and all. But as it is a company is growing, they want to give always a new company, new products, new features and all, so they release this SAC also. But as per my experience, we cannot, I don't know exactly whether it is a, how long it will be there successful and all, because even though if these many versions are there, okay, so many big companies, they are using only SAP classic and embedded only, optimized RTC, IBPF and all, they are giving the different flavors, but it is not that much successful. If there is 100 implementations are there in the market, 70% of the implementation will be only classic and embedded only. Rest of
Okay.
all these
Okay.
versions together 30%.
Yeah, because
Because
why I asked this question, like, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Why I ask this question, like people like me, I mean, prospective folks, which one is really good for us to enter into the market, especially in IT space? I mean, logic behind the financial background of these things. So we need to choose the right one. If I learn, I mean, BPC, would there be any growth for this, or it is going to be replaced with the SSC? In that case, both I have to learn. Such kind of
yeah,
confusion I have. So
yeah,
I
I'll coming
asked.
to that point. Yeah, I'll coming to that point. See, for example, whatever you learn, embedded or optimized, whatever it is, the flavor, for everything it is a base version. Okay, it is a BPC classic one, because see, you studied MS or you studied medicine or whatever it is, English ABCD is a basic, right? The same thing for if you want to learn any version of the BPC classic or standard is a thumb rule. Okay, once you know or once you understand the classic version, if you learn the classic only, planning and consolidation you can do in any flavor. That is the one thing. And the second thing is, suppose you learned a classic, for example, if you learned SAP certified and you worked in SAP, but whenever you join any other company or existing company, the project is completed in 1 year, they will ask you to do the, they will give you another project immediately. So it could be IP, it could be embedded, it could be RTC. Then what you will do? They never give you own. Okay, this person learned on only RTC. Okay, we will give you entire the life only RTC. No, not like that. Whatever they give the project, you have to do. So we should learn classic. If you learn classic, you can do any application. Even embedded also, it is a very difficult. That is also you need to learn. So, but that is why companies, what they will do, they will give some internal 1 week training and all these things. At the time, we need to do something. We need to brush up the things and all. So, but classic is a mandatory for anybody.
Well, sounds good, really good. Yeah, thanks for your explanation. Yeah.
Even I mean we also like I have total 11 to 12 years of experience. We are facing the same kind of issue. Even though when I am you see, like for example, I came like total 2014 onwards I am working on embedded. I in 2018 I joined in Capgemini. They have told me it is embedded, and they have taken the entry embedded. Once I joined, they given the classic. I cannot tell that, okay, I don't know classic, I cannot learn. So immediately we need to brush up and we need to learn. So from 2018 onwards till now, I am working on again classic. But I don't like classic. But we need to learn. Otherwise, you need to take a resign and go back. How many companies you will change like that? Service, it is a service based company. So we don't have any option. They will give at least one option. Okay, you don't like service classic. Okay, reject. We can reject one or two option. The third option also, it is a classic. Then what you will do? You need to resign. You came out. Why you join another company? Again, they will give you a classic assignment. What you will do? So these
Yeah,
so many
I
things I
think
have
it's gonna
seen.
be, yeah, it's a big debatable topic, I guess.
No,
Definitely,
no, no.
as you
No,
said,
no. I'm
we have to.
exactly. I mean, I faced these things. So actually, uh, I wanted to be my target also, since I wanted to be number one specialist in embedded. But because of these corporates, they completely. Now I mixed it because see, for example, my intention is, for example, there is a doctor. He is eye specialist. He want to be eye specialist. He is a heart specialist. He will be heart specialist for entire life. I want to be like that also, because if you in the technology also, if you are a specialist in one version, definitely it will be very good. You will have an excellent demand in the market and all. But these people, they are not giving that kind of option. So I mean, see, for example, what I'm trying to say, for example, if you are 80% of the command on embedded, 60% of the command are on classic, I don't like that. 100% on embedded, that's all. In that way, my mind is my intention is like that. But in once you join the companies, it will not like that. We need to compromise. That's what I'm trying to say.
Got it. It's an industry practice we have to obey. Yeah, I definitely agree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because they're paying whatever, see, whatever you're asking, they're paying. So then you should listen, right? So that is the scenario. See,
True.
wherever you want to go, that country, on-site opportunity, everything they will give. At that time, you need to compromise, right? So we cannot tell that, okay, I don't like this version, I cannot work. That is what happening.
True.
But actually, even I am working any, like I worked in Accenture, TCS and all companies, and I am the SME also in the EPM panel and all. I told many times, this is not the right way. Suppose one person is working on since 5 years, 6 years in a classic, you have to encourage to work expert or specialist on a classic. Suppose one person is working on a RTC, you should encourage to only work on RTC. Then he will be expertise in that. Okay, don't change continuously, 1 year RTC, 1 year classic, 1 year embedded. In entire life, he never get expert into in one version. I suggested multiple times. But
Yeah,
top management, what they will do depends on us only. They need to generate the revenue. Okay, so they will listen. Okay, okay, we'll do some. They will say like this. I think you also know all these things.
yeah, true.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's all my head. And yeah,
So the
I think
conclusion for us is, the conclusion for me, I mean, especially, you're suggesting me start with the classic.
yes, obviously. See, for
Okay.
example,
Okay.
sometimes what is happening, if you take a PwC Deloitte, they will give 7.0 version. You never, even till my 12 years experience, I never seen the screen. I never heard about that. But they will give you 7.0 version, Microsoft version also. What they will do? Okay, I'll give you training in 1 week. Then you start working on that. Then what you will do? They will give you monthly 2 lakhs. What you will say? Yes, sir, I faced
Definitely
this
2
kind.
lakhs I will.
Yeah, yeah, see,
Yeah, true.
you will say like that, but yeah, that is not that much easy.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
true.
maybe we are facing these kind of things. I mean, we should be ready to adopt these kind of things. That's what I'm trying. But whatever you can check anywhere, you can ask anybody. But classic is a mandatory thing. We, those things. It is like ABCD for BPC.
But I heard SAP BPC 11 is going to be a huge change maker, and with especially the interface and the usage, the customer, all these things. It's an advanced version like SAC. I heard.
Yeah, yeah. See,
So,
that is what I'm telling. See, for example, uh, uh, I'll tell you. See, classic. Um,
hey, Srinivas, I'm
okay,
sorry. Maybe the conversation is going on between you and me. Others may get bored. I can have a private conversation with you. You can take up
okay,
questions from
okay,
others.
okay.
Yeah.
Sure, sure, no problem. Yeah, I'll